Palestinian Fakhri Abu Diab was born 62 years ago in this house in the Silwan area of East Jerusalem in the neighborhood called Bustan, or Garden. But earlier this year, Israeli authorities demolished his house, saying it was enlarged without a permit.
Now, my children and grandchildren rent houses outside, but I make here one room and salon and bathroom, caravan. And now they tell me order demolition. Where I go? I have nowhere to go. I will be homeless.
Abu Diab says he and his neighbors in East Jerusalem have tried repeatedly to get building permits, but Israel almost always denies their requests. He says Israel is set to demolish about 100 houses in his neighborhood. 10 have already been torn down. The Israeli government says the land will be used to build an archaeological park. In another Silwan neighborhood, Batan al-Hawa, the situation is more complex. Yemenite Jews settled here in the late 19th century, but moved away after Arab riots in the 1930s. According to Israeli law, Jerusalem properties that were originally in Jewish hands can revert to being Jewish, even if Palestinians who bought the land have to be evicted. Palestinian neighborhood activist Zuhair Rajabi says his home is among 87 in the neighborhood with eviction orders. As Israel says, the property was once owned by a Jewish philanthropic trust for Yemenite Jews.
We bought. We didn't steal them. We have documents. Every family here has a purchase document. In my case, my father bought this house in 1966, and we have lived here since 1966. I was shocked in 2015 when I and my brothers got the eviction order. For what?
Rajabi says he and his neighbors are frequently harassed by the some 40 families of Jewish settlers who have moved into the neighborhood protected by government-funded security guards. The Jewish settler organization Ateret Kohanim claims that in fact the settlers are the victims of Palestinian violence, including Molotov cocktails and rocks thrown at their cars and houses. For its part, Ateret Kohanim representatives say there is nothing illegal about trying to buy properties and reestablish a Jewish presence in this area.
Basically, kings and prophets of the Jewish people, history and heritage unfolded here. This is the center of Yerushalayim, Jerusalem, and the center of the Jewish world.
Israeli human rights groups have tried to defend East Jerusalem Palestinians, who make up almost 40% of the city's population, against the Israeli government's eviction and demolition orders. The groups say these efforts against Palestinians have been stepped up during the past year as the world's focus is on Gaza.
We are finding ways to block moves by the Israeli government, but it's the imbalance of power is not in our favor.
In the past year of Arab-Israeli conflict on many fronts, Gaza, Lebanon, Yemen, and Iran, Jerusalem has been relatively quiet, but the growing number of Palestinian house demolitions and evictions could lead to more tensions in the city. Linda Gradstein, VOA News, Silwan in East Jerusalem.